as we are in Palm Desert and I get to live right beside an orange tree, I thought I would dedicate this week's blog on a very interesting concept. You have all heard of the low-hanging fruit, right? The one that I can, without a ladder, without a tool, without having to climb, I can just lift my head up and I can reach it, right? So the concept of the low-hanging fruit has a lot of meaning. So let's look into them. Firstly, when we talk about the low-hanging fruit, we're meaning this is the one that is the easiest to pick, right? That's the one that we don't really have to make a lot of efforts and it gets achieved. So it's that goal on your endless to-do list that is the easiest to reach. It may not be, however, the juiciest, right? Because as we can see, and if I come underneath here, we can see that these oranges at the bottom are not quite ripe yet because they don't get as much sun as the one that are way on top of the tree. These are the ripe ones. These are the ones that are juicy, that are fruity, that are ready to be picked, and that are going to give us the best benefits, the best results. So look at your to-do list and have a look at which ones are the low-hanging fruits and which ones are the juiciest, like the most amazing goals, the ones that will give you a lot more benefits when you actually achieve them. And I'm not saying to not reach for the low-hanging fruit, because it is absolutely necessary to have some low-hanging fruit in our to-do list in order to get to the harder goal. What do I mean? I'm talking about the brain, of course. You know me, and it's always about how do we use our mind better, right? And in our brain, the brain actually has this power of generating some feel-good chemicals in our mind in order to make us get a little boost of a feel-good, and in this case, dopamine is that feel-good selfish chemical that is generated whenever we do a check mark, whenever you check a box, whenever you accomplish something. So if you have a really big goal, break it down, chunk it down into smaller goals. Because if, let's say, have your own business and then you're planning on your 5-year long-term goals. And when I work with corporations too, we have our 5 years goal, 2 years goal, 1 year goal, and yet we still have to break it down into smaller goals, because these smaller goals are going to be our low-hanging fruit. The one thing I can do this week towards my goal. The one thing I can do today towards my goal. So what am I accomplishing today regarding my goal? That's my low-hanging fruit, and that's how we want to see it. The same thing goes, and as my friend Lynn Williams, which is a certified financial planner, has taught us in our course, Think Yourself Wealthy, is if you have a lot of debt, you always want to have a look at all the debts that you have and pay the smallest one first. And a lot of people say, why? Because why should we pay the smallest one first? It's because of that dopamine. It's because of this being able to pay off one of the debt will give you the confidence, that financial confidence that you have, that you can pay off a debt. And then you will focus on the next smallest one and the next smallest one. So you always want to be chunking down things in order to achieve bigger goals in life. So today, because I'm just about to have breakfast, I'm just gonna grab my one orange and my low-hanging fruit, and I'm going to go back to my to-do list behind my computer, because I only work a few hours a day during March and April, and I will grab my low-hanging fruit and I will achieve the few tasks that are on my to-do list that are part of my bigger goal. Have a great day, everyone.